In the bleak midwind. So here we go again. Sorry about this, folks. In the bleak midwind. It's getting very cold, isn't it?
Oh, I'm freezing.
I'm frozen.
Well, you got your Town TV jacket on.
Look, Town TV, look at that. Wonderful. Look, new jackets.
I forgot mine.
They're only £750 each if you want to buy one.
I've been fined this week for forgetting my jacket.
Yes, you can't, yes.
Well, there you
You're
go.
looking very resplendent, though, in your blazer and tie, Tony.
Yeah, but I mean, it's getting old hat now, isn't it?
Welcome to the show. It's cold, isn't it? But we're here down in Anna Valley, or wherever we are, near Andover, aren't we?
Somewhere like that, yeah.
That's right. We're going to actually choose our Christmas tree. And so we're going to go out the back of this wonderful store here and choose our trees, aren't we?
They've got loads to choose from.
And there's going to be a great Christmas tree competition.
I came on a recce, which is called a reconnaissance trip.
A reconnaissance trip.
You sent me down, so I came down to see what sort of trees they had. They got loads of them.
Loads of trees. Loads of trees. So we're going to go and choose a tree.
Yep.
And then we're going to do the competition, the Christmas tree competition. And we're going to get a famous celebrity to judge it, aren't we? Aren't you?
I've judged them before.
Follow us inside. This way. Well, we're surrounded by 1.8 metre Christmas trees. That's very technical, isn't it?
1.8
metre.
Oh, right.
1.8 metre, 6 feet tall, the rest of you. Oh, but that's a really nice Christmas tree, isn't it?
That's nice, that one.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah.
These are really good. There's thousands of Christmas trees here, isn't it good? I don't know when the best time to put them up. I suppose this weekend. I suppose is the time where you don't want to put them up too early, do you?
Well, no. Well, you got these ones.
Yeah.
Which sort of fall off. But what about those other ones over there? That's what we had last year, wasn't it?
What are these? Oh, these are sort of like a Canadian pine or an American pine. These are really quite sort of trendy, I suppose, is the word. I don't know.
This one lasted for ages last year, didn't it? And we didn't have any pines on the floor.
It's great. These are great. These aren't really hard to touch. They're quite sort of woolly, aren't they? They're quite. This is great.
Prickly.
Yeah, I think we're going to have one of these sort of ones.
I think so as well.
Is it silver? I don't know what they're called, but you gardeners out there will be able to tell us. Because Tony and I aren't really gardeners, are we, Tony?
No.
No.
But we're going to have a gardening piece on the show soon, and we won't be doing it.
So we're going to have a great Christmas tree competition. Having another competition this week. We're going to have a great Christmas tree competition. What you have to do, all you Salisbury, Ainsbury, Andover,
And Romsey,
Luggershaw, all you viewers, ring in on 390390, that's Andover, or 555...
222. Forgot it for a minute.
555-222 Salisbury number. Ring us on either of those two numbers. Tell us about your Christmas tree, and we want to judge. In fact, we're going to come round in our Town TV mobile and judge the best Christmas tree for the whole of the Wessex area. And we'll come round and film it from outside your house. So ring us.
So it's got to be fairly prominent by the window so we can see in.
Yeah.
Hasn't it?
That's
Yes.
right. But tell us where you live. We'll come round and film it in your cable street. We'll come and film it. And as I say, ring in on 390390 or...
555-222.
You got it right. That's Salisbury number. So ring us on those numbers. We'll come and film it. And the prize is a massive turkey.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's a massive turkey. And that's coming from the butchers in Luggershaw, Alan Gardner.
Oh, well, good old Alan.
Well done, Alan. Alan Gardner's going to supply a wonderful turkey for you for Christmas, for the best Christmas tree in the Wessex area. So that's good, isn't it? What else is on the show this week? Oh, Jason continues up the Spire, bless him. And he gets almost up to the top.
Has he come down yet?
No, he's still up there.
Oh, is he?
He's still up there. Oh, and you got the big turn on in Salisbury.
Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Salisbury turns me on.
Yeah, you were there with Titch.
I was, yeah. I hadn't seen
Remember Titch from Dave D, Dozy, Beaky?
Mick and...
Titch, yeah.
Hadn't seen for a long time, and he turns up there. We had a stage there as well, which was nice. And hadn't seen Titch for ages, but it's great to see him again.
Okay.
Sending the rest of those boys around.
Yeah.
Come and see us.
Give us a buzz. Thanks to Salisbury Tourism for loaning us their great road, what do you call it, road thingy? Cruise thingy.
Stagey type
Stage
thing.
thing, a stage thing. That was great, and we were there at a big turn-on of the Salisbury Lights. Well done, great choirs too, absolutely brilliant. What else has happened? Loads of entries to the rocking chair competition, so we're going to tell you about that at the end of the show. So that's going to be good. It's probably going to snow in a minute, so we're probably going to rush off.
Feels like it.
And don't forget, all you Andover viewers, Still Crazy, the greatest rock and roll band in the world, well, almost, are going to be playing at the Folly in Andover New Year's Eve. We can say that because we're in it.
Yeah. It's going to be a great night. I really am looking forward to New Year's Eve this year.
Yeah.
More than I have done for a long time, because we'll all be together.
Yeah.
All mates together.
Singing Old Lang Syne.
All that stuff. And I hope all you guys will come along as well, because we'd like to all get together and have a really good New Year. Let's get the New Year off to a really good start.
That's right.
And this is where we're going to do it, in the Folly.
At the Folly Inn at the roundabout in Andover. And we're going to be judging the Billy Bear competition, the drawing competition this week. So see us on New Year's Eve in the Folly, the big town TV party. So we want you all there. Thousands of you, we want you all lining up in the car park. And it's going to be a great evening. Celebrities, prizes, and you're going to be there as well.
But no celebrities we're talking about.
We covered that already.
No, if you allow me come in, I wouldn't mind.
Yeah, the best bass player in the world, folks.
There you go.
And there you go. Anyway, thanks for watching the show. Steve's freezing on camera over there. And before we all freeze...
Shaking it.
No, he's shaking. And before we all freeze totally, I'll give you one last look at my jacket. So don't you wish you had one? They're great. Well, welcome to Salisbury Market Square. Good evening, Tone.
How you doing, Al?
I like your new Town TV jacket.
Let me show the back.
The back as well, looks wonderful. Town TV broadcasting, how about that? Well, here we are in Salisbury, and it's Christmas celebration, and in a minute they're going to turn on the Christmas lights. So we thought we'd come over, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm beginning to feel very Christmassy.
I'm getting...
Andover last week, and now here. It's wonderful.
That's wonderful, yeah. And everybody's here tonight. Jason, Steve, rushing around. Over there they're doing some sort of dance, a spectacular firelight and sound show. So Steve's going to go and film that.
Is he?
He is.
All right.
So we're going to send him off there.
It's a bit cold at the moment, isn't it?
Well, it's quite warm.
Well, the great thing is that we got the stand here, courtesy of the Salisbury Tourism Board, and thanks to them for that. So we've got places to go.
Well done, Mary Pocock. Thanks very much.
Yes, well done, Mary.
So anyway, it's all happening. We've got Santa. We've got everything here tonight. So we'll see you in a minute.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's nearly 7 o'clock. The big moments as far as city centre is concerned, the switching on of the CCTV, should be happening very shortly. So we'll hand over to the technical crew.
I'd like to introduce first Mr. Edwards, who is the Home Office man in charge of CCTV over the whole country. He will tell you a bit about the background and why you're on TV up here. Mr. Edwards.
Thank you very much indeed. Good evening. Oh, come on, you can do better than that. Good evening. That's better. I'm actually especially pleased to be here in Salisbury this evening to have the chance to speak at the launch of your new CCTV system. Home Office ministers and officials are taking the opportunity to attend the launches of as many of these CCTV systems as they can. We're very keen to meet the people who've taken the initiative on a local level and who are making this thing work. And I very much look forward to being kept in touch with its progress. Thank you very much.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce the Chief Constable of Wiltshire, Mr. Walter Girwin, a Chief Constable of our police force, which, as you know, his motto is the first and the best, because it's one of the first in the country. And he's going to say a few words, and then he's going to throw the switch, which will activate all the cameras around the city. Mr. Walter Girwin. Thank you very much.
On behalf of the Wiltshire Constabulary, I congratulate you and the Salisbury District Council, together with your local traders, for taking this initiative and introducing this CCTV system. These systems are and have been in operation around the country and to a lesser extent in this county, and there's no doubt at all that they do seriously impact and reduce the amount of street crime, the amount of vandalism, the amount of theft, and the amount of antisocial behaviour which sometimes takes place. And that's to our good, to your good and to my good. So far as the Wiltshire Constabulary is concerned, the presence of these cameras takes some pressure away from us. It allows us to use our resources to take our police officers and to put them in the places where we know they are really needed, and that means that they're doing a better job for you. So we will positively gain, and that's one of the reasons why we are so happy to join with you and the council in ensuring this scheme is a success. Clearly, the videos which are taken are being controlled very carefully indeed to ensure that they are not misused and they will not be used for purposes other than those which have been quite clearly delineated. The presence of the cameras, I think, will help to reassure you, and as has already been said, will encourage you to come out onto the streets and to feel safe on the streets. What it won't do, of course, is to make those who would steal, those who would commit damage, and those who would misbehave feel safe. They've got to look out. Having said that, can I say that it gives me great pleasure indeed to switch on the Salisbury CCTV system this evening. Thank you.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you may remember those who attended the council exhibition. We ran a competition for the best logo for the CCTV. And I'm pleased to announce the winner of the competition is Nathan Davis. And I invite Phillips, who have backed this system, to come and present them both live. Mr. Nathan Davis, congratulations, Nathan. And he gets personal stereo donated by Phillips. Thank you very much. Well done.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Giants and the Woodfalls Band and the St John Singers. Give them a big hand as they come into the square. Come on, give them a big hand. And that's the Giants.
A huge giant coming in now. And the Woodfalls Band. Well, there's a brass band.
Yep, it was a brass band.
What more can I say, Steve? What do you think of that then?
I thought that was actually brilliant. That giant was excellent.
That giant was very big. He's a very big giant.
Now.
I know we've got the St John's Singers getting onto the stage. It's all happening here in Salisbury tonight. There's torches and there's all sorts of things going on. There's a giant over there. Brass bands.
It's up now as well.
It's Mary. Have you walked all the way from City Hall?
I have, yes. Yes, I have, yeah. Yes, I'm slightly breathless. I've been running half the road as well. Yes, I'm...
This is Mary from Salisbury Tourism.
Yes, I don't usually dress like this.
Marshall.
Yeah, I'd like people to know what I am.
Thanks for the loan of your caravan this evening. It's absolutely splendid.
Has it worked well for you?
Yes, I'm just about to go back there and do a bit more filming, but
Excellent.
we're going to film the St John Singers.
Wonderful.
And what time do the lights go on?
They'll be going on as close to 7:30 as we possibly can.
Okay, fantastic. All right, see you then. Thanks very much.
Go on, it's Christmas.
If you want qualifying times,
7.8 seconds.
real race sounds, and the race winner, look out for Scanextric Formula One with Pole Position Control Center.
Jordan, take me to your southlands. I sometimes feel the life that's passed me by.
Nokia. Whatever your business, it can save you from a lot of trouble.
Hello.
Nokia. Connecting people.
Well, it's getting very Christmassy, and we thought we'd take a little trip out today to show you the area where our show gets broadcast to. And we're just leaving Andover now, going past the Hampshire Golf Club on our left-hand side. And we're going to be heading through Stockbridge down into Romsey. We're going to see what the good folk of Romsey have got to say for themselves, because we haven't been down there yet. So all you cable viewers in Romsey, watch out, we're coming. So Town TV's on its way. And guess what? It's been snowing just now, and if we don't get back with this report, you know we've been snowed in. But hopefully in the true Town TV tradition, we will. So look forward to seeing you later. But what we're going to do now is play you a bit of music. And we all know what this is, don't we, Steve? Something like...
It's Chris Rea.
It's Chris Rea. And what's it called?
I think it's something about driving home for Christmas.
Dead right, Steve. So cue the music, Jason. Oh, sheer Christmas bliss.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that burst of music. We're now entering Stockbridge. Good cable area, Stockbridge. Good lads down here. So we're going to stop and see if we can find somebody to talk to, maybe one of the local traders. John Robinson, the butcher's here. He's always good for a chat. So we're just going to pull up outside the Mr. Sykes, the wet fish, cut flowers, fruit and veg shop. So here we are, Stockbridge. I'm just going to get out, Trace. Get the seatbelt off. And here we go. Town TV on the road. Well, we're with Peter outside Robinson's in Stockbridge. How's it going? Christmas?
Yeah, pretty well. Very good. A lot of orders coming in.
Yeah?
Yeah, about 200 orders in at the moment.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you've got a brilliant name, though, Robinson's, haven't you? The word spreads far and wide about Robinson's.
Yeah, we try our hardest. We work at it.
Well, you're a traditional family butcher, aren't you?
That's it. Yeah, we do.
Yeah. Not worried about the competition from the supermarkets? Not really,
no, not at all. Not in this area. No.
So you've got some lovely pheasants in there. I just love pheasants, so this is really great. Well, we're going around the area, just checking on all the shopkeepers, make sure they're all doing well. And you're prospering, are you?
Yeah, doing quite well.
So you think it's going to be a bumper Christmas?
Yeah, good as usual, yeah.
Well, a late one or an early one?
Early one.
An early one?
Yeah.
Okay, brilliant. So thanks very much, Peter, for talking to us.
That's all right.
I won't stop you get on with your work, so we'll see you later. Okay, bye-bye. Thanks very much. Right, we're going to... where are we going next, Steve? Where do you think we should go? I think we'll go off down to the end of the high street, and then we'll go on to Romsey, because this is our area. Welcome to Town TV. See you down the high street. Well, it's very cold, and it's just starting to snow a bit here in Stockbridge. And here we are with our friends from the Stockbridge Peking. This is Abdul.
Hello.
How are you doing?
Not bad.
It's great. It's Christmas.
It is.
It's Christmas.
Well, I'm not looking forward for it.
I suppose you have a Peking Christmas, do you?
Yes, we have actually. We've got a special menu for the Christmas.
Have you?
Yeah, we have.
Oh, great. Has Christmas started already? Is it getting really busy? Or is it going to be slow this year? Do you think it's going to be a late Christmas or an early Christmas?
Late Christmas than last year.
I suppose everybody's broke this time of year, aren't they? They're all saving up for the last minute festivities. So
that's everybody's.
Well, great. Anyway, Stockbridge looks really pretty, really busy, and we've got to go on now because we've got to go to Romsey and speak to all our customers in Romsey. So
because I'm freezing.
You're freezing because you only got a little shirt on, I know, and it's going to start snowing in just a minute. So thanks for watching. Thanks, Abdul. Have a good Christmas. Okay. See you later. Bye-bye. Bye.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces.
Driving home for Christmas. Great music, isn't it? Really good. There's Romsey, look. Twinned with Pampinpong or somewhere. Pampinpong? I don't know. That was very good. Here we are, coming into Romsey. Hello, you good Romsey folk. Where's the cable? I can't see it, but I presume it's here somewhere. Town Centre, it says, and all other routes, and the craft fair's on. So we're going to turn left here to the Town Centre. Which is probably the wrong way, because I think the town centre's down that way, but I think this is the way they send all the tourists around, so we'll go this way anyway and see. Won't we, Steve?
Yep, let's go the tourist route.
Yeah, we'll do the tourist route. So, of course, this is still Tess Valley Borough Council territory. I think we go on straight down here, that's right, isn't it?
No, go this way.
No, we'll go this way. Steve says turn left, so we'll turn left. And
this used to be my shortcut.
Did it? And I think it was mine too, back in the days of my youth. And of course, Councillor Ian Carr's still the mayor down here of the Tess Valley. So well done, Ian. Well done for the Andover Christmas lights.
You got mayored, wasn't it?
Was it? This is where you got mayored, Ian. Oh, so here we go.
I don't want to argue with that.
No, I don't want to argue with that. So which way now, Steve? Steve's navigating today.
Sort of straight on in a sort of
straight on-ish.
Leftish way.
I thought there used to be a pub over there. I think it did, but we're going to go straight on. It says town centre, so we're definitely taking you on the tourist route. Careful not to run over the population of Romsey.
Good cable viewer.
Good cable viewer. Yes, I've got cable down here. I can see the cable. Laid beautifully, McNicholas. Absolutely beautifully. I can see it. Perfect. Thanks to all those friends of ours up at McNicholas. Tony Smee and all those people out there. Doing a great job, really, in the face of great adversity. We'll turn right here towards the craft fair. Into the Winchester Road in Romsey. Left to Broadlands, it says, on the Rapids. And we're going to turn right into Romsey Town Centre. So I guess we'll see you in the market square. Enjoy the music.
Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Go and feel you near
Romsey is a place I haven't been to for many years, and here I am stood under the statue of Palmerston. Very, very pretty, Romsey. They've done some really great Christmas decorations. Little Christmas trees all over the Georgian houses here in the Market Square. Behind me is a white horse. Lovely old coaching inn. As I say, it's a long time since I've been here, and it's very, very pretty indeed. Lovely Georgian buildings. There's Lloyds Bank, Midland Bank, NatWest Bank, all on this Market Square. Lovely Christmas tree here to my right, which is not lit up. And just over on my right there's the Romsey Town Hall, which is great. We're going to have a little walk round and see if we can talk to somebody. Ask them what they're doing for Christmas. Ask them how the Christmas spirit's going. Here in Romsey. Welcome to Town TV. See you in a minute. Right, I'm with Nicholas Zorab. He's a charter surveyor here in Romsey. James Harris, right?
Yes, that's right.
Yes. So how's business?
It's been a bit slow this summer, but we're hoping that the budget will give a bit of a boost to the market next year, and confidence will continue to improve.
That's good. So Romsey, what's happening in Romsey these days? I haven't been here for a good few years myself.
Well, it's a lovely market town.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Lovely decorations, by the way.
It is, and the Chamber of Commerce have arranged these. They do every year. We have a thriving community with lots of specialist shops, which is rather nice, and the larger supermarkets are out of town. So people come here at Christmas time for all sorts of individual Christmas presents.
I was going to say, there's lots of individual shops here, isn't there? It's not, you don't get all these great big stores here.
No, that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
And a lot of them are family owned, small businesses, with a few of the multiples for shoes and clothes and that sort of thing.
Yeah. You're still part of the Test Valley Borough Council here, aren't you, down in Romsey?
Yes, we are.
That's right.
Yes.
So how is spending in Romsey at Christmas? I mean, do you think it's going to be a late Christmas spending-wise, or an early Christmas?
I think, like last year, it'll probably be late. We've got a late-night shopping event on Friday evening when there's an arrival of Father Christmas for the children. All the shops are open till 9 o'clock, and that really kicks off our Christmas spending.
OK, we're going to try and come down and cover that. We're going to be here a lot more. So Romsey's really going to have its own TV station in the future, so we're going to be whizzing around filming all sorts of things. So maybe we'll come back and see you later on.
Yes, well, that would be fine.
Tell us how the year's been, and wish you the compliments of the season. Thanks for talking to us. I think now we're going to cut to Salisbury, because Jason, the cameraman, is actually going up Salisbury Spire, so we're going to continue on that journey. Thanks for watching us. Thanks for coming to Romsey, and thank you, Nicholas.
Goodbye. Thank you.
Thanks very much. Bye for now. Bye.
Driving home for Christmas.
So what does the actual frame do, Roy?
Well, this actually was put up to spread the weight of the tower scaffold away from the central crossing area. Then on top of this went big box beams that spanned the four sides.
Right.
And where they were erected from the top of this, they were bridge-bearing plates. So each box beam stood on two bridge-bearing plates.
Right.
And then from the top of the box beams, the actual scaffolding was erected, but we'd got something like 300 tons of scaffolding at that time, which had to be shed back from the central crossing area.
And somebody's consciously made that decision, Roy, to renew X amount of
That's right, yes indeed.
Of detail
and it was
there
all
and to
decayed.
leave, yes.
Yeah. And then you leave in anything that can be conserved.
Right.
And I mean, when you look at some of the stone originally, you never think you're going to be done. I mean, when I came down the spire and over the faces of the tower in a bosun's chair, I mean, I never thought that I'd see the end of the work that was actually needed. knowing the extent of the work and how much it would cost.
Yes.
Is there any coating that that's been developed that could go over these stones now to give them added?
Just blaspheme.
Yes, you have actually. Yeah. I mean, in the 60s and 70s, they would have said use silanes, a thing called brethane, epoxy resins, but the Acropolis, for instance, I mean, on the Parthenon, they got into terrible trouble because they treated the marble columns with an epoxy resin, which was driven into the surface about 2 inches under vacuum. What happened was that where the new material met the old material, there was a differential of coefficient of expansion between the two, so it just severed off. So 2 inches of Grecian marble columns were coming loose from the surface.
Okay.
And at that time we were carrying out a lot of conservation work to tombs inside the cathedral. And I was tempted to use some of the silanes in particular to help stabilise the exterior of some of the tombs, but decided, thank goodness, against it. Yeah. All those flaming bullflowers around the windows.
So you actually have done some patching on corners and...
Oh yes, indeed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's your own mixture of compost.
That's right. Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes. We can match any stone sample that can be found on the cathedral.
Right.
We have a recipe book.
Right.
And a great many trials have been carried out. But it just brings back a bit of detail to stones which otherwise are quite sound.
Yes.
So what's the use of chopping them out?
Yes.
You weather the you weather the worn parts.
Yes. It brings back an edge
by
and a feature,
mortar repair.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I mean, although some of the wallflowers look terribly chewed off in the windows, there's at least still something of every one of them, so that you stand down below and you see the pattern of the building.
Yes. The staircase is quite staggering. Round and round and round. I've been climbing for about 5 minutes and one wonders when it's going to end, but we've come to another level within the spire. That's an alternative way of it.
That's right.
You can still go.
That's right. Yeah.
Right, here we go on the next stage. Another staircase in front of us of about 30 foot high, I would say. Well, this is a bit more modern, this one.
Yeah, there's no been up that very long. You've been up here before?
No, never. I've never been up here before.
Yeah, this is the top of the tower, the beginning of the spire.
What sort of height have we got from here now to the top of the spire?
About 138.
About 100.
Back to feet again.
Right, about 138 feet.
20, yeah.
Right.
That's the old treadmill.
Is it? Right. So how many people would actually?
You have 2 on there.
Two on there.
Side, yeah.
Right.
Yeah. It's surprising how easy it is. You don't feel the weight on there as you bring it up or whatever.
So how much do you think 2 people could lift to hoist up in?
Quite a bit, I think.
Half a ton or?
Well, yeah, I should imagine easy that. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Great. Right, we're moving outside now.
say that although this was never monastic, this is the greatest Cistercian abbey church that was ever built. Because it follows the same principles.
Yes.
Simple design, geometric perfectness, and no great ornamentation to detract the eye from what the building is all about. Worship.
Well, Jason, unfortunately, was left up the spire by Councillor Ricky Rogers, the Mayor of Salisbury, and Roy Spring, because they had to rush off. So how was it? Was it brilliant?
It was very interesting trip. Yeah. Good to find out where the £6 million is going that they're spending on renovating it.
Yeah. Those old bits up there, those old beams and things, that quite inspiring, I suppose.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the wood that you see in the spire is original stuff, and they left some of the original scaffolding that's inside the spire still there.
So you didn't go all the way up, you didn't get on to the very, very top. I heard there was a story though about somebody goes out and changes a light bulb or something.
Yeah, they've got those two red lights on the top, the traffic warning lights, and the guy has to go out there every few months and just check that they're working. But you can physically get within 25 feet of the top inside, and then you go through a little hatch. But you have to go out backwards. What? And then pull yourself up on grab rails. Yeah. So
you didn't do that?
Nope. I'd have just opened the door and poked the camera out.
So it was pretty good. You enjoyed it.
Excellent trip.
Would you do it again?
I would actually. Yeah. There's a shame about the weather. Yeah. If the weather had been better, the views would have been fantastic from the top, from where we were.
Okay. Well, there we go. Thanks, Jason. If you've got anything you want Jason or Steve to film, give us a buzz on 390 in Andover or 555 222 in Salisbury. Thanks for watching Town TV.
Hello and welcome to another week of sport. This week we've come down to the Central Club in Andover to talk to a guy called Colin Harris, who's a pool player. The reason why we've come down to the Central Club is because Colin's reached a national final, and if you follow me, we'll just have a chat with him. He's in the background playing with his brother. Thanks for coming, Colin. Are you professional, Colin, or have you got an occupation?
I do work for Billy Boy Frozen Foods, telesales supervisor there.
And how long have you been playing pool?
About 12, 13 years now, ever since 16.
Now the reason we've come down here is you've reached the national final. Could you tell us a little bit about that, because it's quite an achievement?
Yeah, it's the CIU national final. You reach that, you play your area. We come under the Wessex area, which covers sort of like Bournemouth, Poole, Havant, Portsmouth, Winchester Bay, so it's a large area you cover. I've won that now 2 years on the trot. The first year I won my area, went through to the national stages against other regional winners. I lost in the final to Daz Ward, that was 4-2. The second year I won the region, again this year, I've gone through to the national final, which played December the 16th, again against Daz Ward, who's since gone on to become current world champion, won the World Championships in August.
Now, I mean, like a national final, how many people do you reckon, I don't know whether you know offhand, how many people actually take part at the beginning?
Yeah, I don't know the numbers, but it's a lot. It's a national event, so it's got to be quite some few.
Now, when's the final?
Saturday, December the 16th in Coventry.
Now, how many people do you reckon you'll take up with you?
At the moment, we're trying to get a coach up. There's 23 names at the moment, hopefully a few more as well.
So, last couple of times, did you take a bit of support with you?
Yep, last time we got a coach up again last time. Wasn't quite that many, but it was a good day out. Good day was had by all, apart from me, who lost.
What about local pool? Who else do you play? Yeah, well, obviously, yeah. What about local pool? Do you play for more than one team?
I do. I'm signed on for the King's Head in the Andover League, although at the moment I'm currently playing the same night, Thursday night, the Basingstoke League. I'm playing the Basingstoke for there. On a Monday night I'm playing a Portsmouth League, singles league, so every Monday I'm down there. As well as that, there's different competitions that are going. I do get around a bit.
Now, what about the prize money? Everybody's thinking, how much do you win at pool? But you was telling me earlier on, the pool money, prize money's pittance, really, isn't it?
This particular competition, there's £300 for the winner, £250 for the runner-up, £150 for the semi-finalists. It's not a major money event, it's sort of like more prestige than anything. On top of the prize money, all the regional rounds, your travelling expenses are all paid by the club, so there's no expenses there, so it's all clear profit. But the game of pool itself is encouraging more and more sponsorship. Embassy are involved in the World Championships and the UK Tour. They're putting more money into it. The game of pool itself is probably more popular. I read last week somewhere that about 5 million games are played per week of English 8-ball pool, which is more games collectively than has played snooker and American 9-ball. But it's easier to get sponsorship for those than it is for the 8-ball game.
Now you're going to play the world champion. If you beat the world champion, what sort of doors does that open for you if you beat him?
It'll make me feel a lot better. It wouldn't necessarily do an awful lot for me. It'd be very difficult to get a sponsorship. I believe I'm good enough to beat professionals, but to actually turn professional, there's no real advantage unless you're one of the tops, like half a dozen at the moment. There's just not enough money to spread around too many people.
But it's a shame. It's like, do you play snooker?
No, I don't play snooker.
I mean, there's snooker. Well, that's what, if you play snooker, I mean, you can earn a lot of money at snooker, and it's like pool's not a lot different. I mean, obviously the table's a lot smaller than that, but it's still the same objective, isn't it? And it's not really well sponsored at the moment.
Certainly not well sponsored, no, considering its popularity. But the game of snooker, I don't like snooker. It's all about potting. You get points for, pot as many as you can, point for each ball. This is more tactical. It's a cleverer game. It's easier to pot a ball on the pool table, but the actual game itself, it's a lot harder to play tactically, because you're on different colour balls, you're blocking pockets, and it doesn't matter how quickly you get on the black. There's only one winner, and that's the person that pots the black ball first.
I mean, most people play pool at a pub level and that. Mm-hmm. To get to the stage that you've got, how many times do you practice?
Varies. Sometimes I'm out every night. Sometimes I even come down during the lunchtime to put a bit of practice in. I was down today practicing. So I put a lot of hours in. It's like anything, you only get out as much as you put in.
Let's go and have a look at a couple of your trophies you've won.
Okay. These are just two. The one on the left is the team trophy, which we've now won 2 years on the trot, this year and last year.
What's that, the Central Club team?
Yeah, the Central Club, Andover Central Club. Been in it 3 years. First year we lost about the quarter-final. Second and third year we've won it. The one on the right is the singles trophy. I've only been in the singles 3 years. I won it the first year and the second year, and I'm in the semi-final again this year. The guy I beat in the final last year, Ricky James, is still going, so it could be a repeat of last year's final, which I hope for.
So you obviously got a lot more other trophies at home?
Got quite a few. Got some indoors collecting dust, which Mum doesn't like. A couple in the garage, a couple in the loft. Ricky James is actually on there 3 years on the trot. He won it 3 years on the trot, 1986, I think, 86, 87, 88.
So
last year.
If you win the world beat the world champion and win the national tournament, what kind of trophy did you get there?
It's a good trophy. It's bigger than the team trophy there. Plus you get a big one for a keepsake. So I'm told.
That's brilliant, yeah.
Yeah. Last year in the area final against Ricky James, the best match I've probably ever played. It took 25 minutes. I won 5-0. I came away from there not remembering a single ball that I'd missed. It was just one of those nights everything clicked into place. He's a good player himself, so it's a good result.
Well, you've done a lot of talking about it, Paul. Do you think you should just show us how good you really are?
I'll try.
Come on, Les. And if you can do that in the final, Carl, I can't see any problems for you.
He can do it as well. I need to do it more often. Consistency is the big word.
Well, folks, that's as easy as that.
What can I say? I wasn't expecting to finish those. Not on TV.
Well, thanks for talking to us tonight.
Thanks for having me.
I wish the best of luck in the final. I'm sure you'll get a good support in that. And I say I wish you all the luck and I hope you come back to Andover with the trophy. Thanks for talking to us.
Thanks very much.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Once again, thanks to Colin Harris and the Central Club for having us tonight. Before I go, I've got some football results to give you. These were the games played on the Saturday the 2nd of December. In the Beezer Homes Premier League, Salisbury 2, Atherstone 0. Good win for Salisbury. Since I saw Jeff Butler last, they haven't won a game, so it's good to see they're actually getting their act together. Good home win for them. In the Deuce and Wessex League, Christchurch 3, Andover 3. Andover got a bit of a reputation for the draw merchants at the moment. A bit disappointed for Ken Cunningham Brown there. Whitchurch 1, Thatcham 1. Another draw in the Deuce and Wessex Leagues. John Massey doing a good job there since Mickey Buggers resigned. In the Hampshire Division 1, New Street 4, Moneyfields 1. Great result for New Street. They were a little bit worried about this game because Moneyfields are sitting at the top of the league at the moment, but New Street had a good home win there. Bassalton 2, Romsey 7. good away win for Romsey. Since we've been covering Romsey, they seem to have got their act together and are climbing up the league rapidly. Keep phoning your results in. If you want to fax me on Andover, it's 390 391. The telephone number in Andover is 390 390. We have a Salisbury number now. It's 555 222. This is Roger Smith, Town TV Sports Report, signing off. See you next week. Bye-bye for now.
The signpost back there just said Wiltshire, so we're now on the main road between Romsey and Salisbury, and we've passed over from Hampshire, obviously, into Wiltshire. Beautiful countryside around here, and I must say, here we come into White Parish. I must say that Romsey was quite spectacular. All you viewers who haven't been to Romsey for a long time, get down and have a look at it because it's so pretty. It almost reminds you really of a Devon town, I would guess. It's really quaint. It hasn't been blighted by changes to the buildings. They haven't knocked down buildings and put up concrete blocks. It's really, really pretty. So all us at Town TV say, go to Romsey, you Wessex viewers, because it's beautiful. Lovely little shops. Smashing. Now, we're in White Parish now, heading towards Salisbury. It's threatening to snow. In fact, we've passed through some snow. But we all steamed up in here, so we didn't bother to bring it to. But anyway, we're heading towards Salisbury, and I hope you enjoyed that bit of Jason up Spire. Anyway, quite good that, wasn't it, Steve?
Yeah, Romsey was beautiful too, wasn't it?
Yeah,
It really was.
Romsey was delightful. So
White Parish isn't bad.
White Parish is lovely. Look at that, the White Hart in White Parish. Lovely old pub. White Parish Church on the left. Southampton 14 miles, Lyndhurst 12. So we're right in the centre of things here. It's a great tourist area. Bed and breakfast all around us. It's great to get out and about in Hampshire and Wiltshire because there's some very pretty villages and towns to look at. I haven't been back for a long time looking at these places, and I must admit I'm very impressed. Send the tourists over from America, that's what I say. Anyway, enough of all this rabbiting on. I think we'll have some more music.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces.
Well, whose bright idea was it to come off the beaten track? I mean, there we were, heading towards Salisbury, lovely view of the cathedral, and somebody said, oh, I know, let's go down there, because it looks very Christmassy and there's lots of snow around. Well, there is lots of snow around, it's all over the place. But occasionally the Town TV crew gets lost, which of course we are. And it says East Grimstead, West Dean. Here it says Alderbury, Salisbury. So all you local viewers who know this area better than I do, know where you are. And this way it says Pitton. But which Pitton? I don't know. But anyway, we're here in the middle of the countryside and we're going to try and find our way out of here, heading in the direction of Salisbury. Hope you're enjoying this show. I hope we get back. I hope it doesn't snow too much, but we'll see you in a minute. So hope you enjoy driving home for Christmas. Yeah.
But soon there'll be a freeway, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. Soon I'll sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through, and feel you near me.
As I said, it's a beautiful day. We've got a bit of snow, but now the sky is blue. God, you can almost write a poem about this. Yes. Wonderful.
Where's Farley Mount, though?
Oh, I really don't know. But it's stunning countryside, and
answers on a postcard.
It's really wonderful. You should all be out. Get out at the weekends and have a look at what we're all blessed with, because it's beautiful. Sheep. Everything. It's wonderful.
Sheep are grazing.
Sheep are grazing.
Unfortunately behind.
And partridges in a pear tree. So, it reminds me of a song.
What song's that?
12 Days of Christmas. How did that go?
Yeah, because it's a short little one.
Went that way.
On the first day of Christmas, my true love sent to me a partridge in a pear tree. I bet you don't know the rest.
On the second
day of Christmas, my true love sent to me.
You're right, you don't know it.
I told you. Sorry, viewers, but
two geese are playing,
you just can't get the cruise these days. Never mind. But two rooks are flying. No, that can't be right. I still say we're lost, but Steve says there's only one Pitton. But I'm not sure because that wasn't the Pitton I recognise. I don't know.
Oh, just pitting me wits.
I knew there was going to be a pun coming. So anyway, let's have a bit more music. Enough of this chat.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas, yeah. Well, I'm moving down that line, and it's been so long, but I will be there. I sing this song to pass the time away. Driving in my car, driving home for Christmas.
Well, the Silver Plate Pitton is one of those beautiful country pubs you find in Hampshire and Wiltshire. And we just took the opportunity to call in, just to say hello. And we're now on our way into Salisbury. And from there, we're going to bring you the Salisbury news. So, we'll see you in the Salisbury Journal newsroom. Thanks for watching the show.
So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through.
Hello, I'm Reagan Beale. Welcome to the Salisbury Journal newsroom. Closing of Salisbury's night shelter, leaving homeless men to sleep rough in freezing temperatures, has been heavily criticised. Some volunteers are furious that people arriving expecting a bed for the night will have nowhere to go. Builders are still working to finish John Baker House, the city's new hostel for homeless men. Police, who raided 20 addresses in the Salisbury area, have recovered property worth an estimated £8,000. Officers were taking part in Operation Christmas Cracker, a nationwide offensive against crime. Among the items they found were drugs, army clothing, high-fine electrical goods and computer equipment. Homes and businesses at Lopcombe Corner were left feeling cut off when their telephones failed. For 4 days, their nearest phone was a public call box about a mile away in Winterslow. BT says a new cable has now been put in to solve the problem. A 45-year-old man died when he was hit by a train just outside Salisbury. Rail services were diverted via Romsey for more than 3 hours after he was killed on the railway line near St Thomas's Bridge. The news that private sector money could fund the Salisbury bypass has been welcomed by supporters of the road as a sign it will go ahead. The A36 bypass is among a number of road schemes that could be built by private companies following an announcement in the budget. But Wiltshire Friends of the Earth says the new move is grounds for reopening the bypass inquiry. A new pet rescue service has been launched in Salisbury to take over following the closure of the Pet Search organisation. Like Pet Search, it will reunite lost pets with their owners, but will operate on a smaller scale. Tony Wood, one of Pet Search's former volunteers, is running the new scheme called Pet Patrol. The town of Wilton was forced to break with tradition after it was unable to hang the lights on its Christmas tree. Fire station equipment used in previous years to put the lights up was not available, and wet weather meant volunteers couldn't climb up to do it. Instead, the crowds who packed the marketplace for the switch on watched a display of coloured spotlights trained on the square's 90-foot-high tree. Salisbury District Council leader John Hayward has warned that council tax bills could shoot up in April. He says the average Band D taxpayer will have to find £11 a year more just to keep services at their present level. His warning came after the government reduced its annual grant to the council by £180,000. A pub landlord is refusing to pull pints for customers of a rival business because he claims he is the victim of unfair competition. Ido Davids, licensee at the Barford Inn in Barford St Martin, turns away customers from the Bride and House bed and breakfast opposite. He says he has to fork out thousands of pounds to meet fire regulations, business rates and VAT, while the bed and breakfast, with its 3 letting rooms, is exempt from these and can keep its prices lower. South Wiltshire's mysterious big cat could be on the prowl near the centre of Salisbury. Animal footprints, which may have been made by the elusive beast, have been seen close to the city's leisure centre. The last reported sightings of the big cat were in the Woodford Valley at the end of August. Now, sports news. Salisbury Rifle and Pistol Club member Margaret Thomas won the gold medal in the Sport Pistol Pairs event at the Commonwealth Shooting Federation Championships held in India. Her gold medal was one of 7 won by the England team. Salisbury City Football Club fullback Matthew Parkin will miss the rest of the season after breaking his leg during the side's 2-0 win against Atherstone. And finally, a dog called Holly is looking to make a splash for the sake of her health. The Cardiganshire Corgi is having daily physiotherapy after slipping a disc out walking last month. But what she really needs to strengthen her back legs is hydrotherapy in a swimming pool. Her owner, Sybil Martell, is keen to find someone who will let Holly take a dip in their pool. I'm Reagan Beale. Thanks very much for listening to the Salisbury Journal News Review.
Gentlemen, tonight is a partnership between TV and lights, and it also heralds a partnership between the council and the industry and business, which have come together, which we hope to keep going. So I hope this, the lights when they go on, gives a bright new future for the city, the district, and indeed for you all. I hope there's a better future for you all as well in the coming year. Now, children, you've got to get your balloons ready, because when we do the countdown from 10 to 1, when I throw the switch of light on, you've got to release your balloons to Father Christmas. Are you ready? Right, let's start the countdown with me then. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lights!
Great sight, balloons going up, the Christmas tree lights come on. Great evening. Bell ringers ringing. And we wish you all a Merry Christmas. All you Town TV watchers throughout the Wessex area. Great atmosphere here tonight in Salisbury. Incredible crowds.
And a happy new year.
Hello, I'm Ben Wilson with a roundup of the news from Andover, from your local weekly newspaper, the Andover Advertiser. Lead's story of the week concerns the virulent flu epidemic sweeping Andover. Classrooms, offices and factories have all been hit, and medical services stretched to the limit. As well as the usual symptoms, many people have been suffering from vomiting, and doctors fear little protection is offered from the usual flu jab. Knight's Enham Junior School was typical of places throughout the town, with a quarter of its children off at one stage this week. It's been a good week for Andover hospital staff, who secured a 3% pay rise on Wednesday. The deal was struck after a tough 2-hour meeting between local NHS Trust management and union reps. Trust Chief Executive Robert Sloan warned that urgent compensating savings would now have to be made. It is thought that many Andover staff may have left their jobs if the full award hadn't been granted. 101-year-old VIP, Diana Hazelden, opened the new Tesco Andover Metro store in the Chantry Centre on Monday. She was up at 5 a.m. to travel from her St Marybourne home by chauffeur, cutting the ribbon at 8 a.m. The out-of-town Tesco's is still favourite for Mrs Hazelden because she can be taken to the door by car. Police are appealing for witnesses after a man tried to grab an 11-year-old boy in the woods near W.H. Smith's Nice Day house in Newbury Road. The boy escaped by kicking the man's shins and running off. The man is described as white, aged about 40, with a moustache and long black jacket. Police want to hear from anyone who is in the area at 4:45 p.m. on Tuesday. Contact them on Andover 324 311. Andover rubbish collectors, Biffle Waste Services, have had their knuckles rapped by Test Valley Borough Council for sloppy work. The council claims the company is falling down on its road sweeping service in out-of-town areas. Though councillors have discussed sacking the company, talks are seen as the way to resolve the problem. Girls and boys from Wherwell Primary and Anton Junior School have been learning new rugby skills, thanks to a rugby scheme by Hampshire County Council. Children were taught basic skills necessary to pick the game up at an early age. The day was such a success that a local league may be now set up. Andover aid worker Delia Bolden has just returned from a trip to the former Yugoslavia, where she delivered vital medical supplies to schools and hospitals. She is now hoping Christmas brings 100 single duvets, sheets and towels to help the poverty-hit people of Croatia. If you can donate duvets, sheets or towels for Delia's January trip, call her on Andover 356 552 between 4 and 6 p.m.
Well, thanks, Ben, from the Andover Advertiser. As you can see, we're out in the wilds of Wiltshire, and behind me, in the distance over there, is Collingbourne Juices, which is where we're headed for. And as you can see, it's great. It's been snowing. But while we've been on the road, we've had some stop press news from the Andover Advertiser in Andover, and some great news from Esserbourne Manor. Esserbourne Manor at Hurstbourne Tarrant has been granted the first licence for civil marriages outside Andover Register Office. So you can get married at Esserbourne Manor. Hotel manager Ian Hamilton paid £700 for the 3-year certificate from the Hampshire County Council. And we've got a picture of him just coming up with Mrs Orwin Taylor. And finally, a bit of humour from the Advertiser. 2 elephants were recently involved in a traffic accident on the A343 at the Georgian Crossroads, Middle Wallop. Fortunately, the elephants were unhurt, but a car travelling from Salisbury got wedged under the lorry transporting the animals. But police actually struggled to understand the lorry driver because he was Polish and he didn't understand a word of English. But as I say, the elephants were okay. Thanks, Ken Dykes and Ben Wilson from the Andover Advertiser for bringing us those stories. And of course, a fuller version of all those can be found in this week's Andover Advertiser. Well, it's a beautiful, beautiful day here in the wilds of Wiltshire. As I say, we're off to Collingbourne Juices now to bring you a bit more local news, see what's happening for Christmas in Collingbourne, and also going on to Amesbury and to Leicestershire. I guess we're going to bring you those next week because we've got such a hectic schedule, and it's Christmas and we're really busy, so have a lovely white Christmas. We'll see you later. Bye for now. Right, well, as I promised, here we are in Collingbourne Juices. It's a beautiful morning, isn't it?
Lovely morning.
I'm with Mary Bayfield, and we're outside the country centre in Collingbourne Juices. And I must confess, I didn't know this was here, but obviously a lot of locals do. But thanks for inviting us over, Mary.
Thank you.
So how are you doing this morning, all right?
Yes.
Christmas? How's Christmas going?
It's slow, has been slow, but it's coming on quite a lot now.
Yeah, we've been talking to a lot of people on our travels, and they're saying Christmas is going to be late this year, I think.
I think it is very late. Christmas week, because of the fact that it has Saturday and Sunday in it from a shopping point of view, is obviously a lot later, and people aren't in a hurry. They see it as a very, very long week, and they're not hurrying.
Right. Now, I'm sure that's a Dublin accent I can detect. What are you doing here in Collingbourne Juices?
My husband and I and family moved over to Collingbourne with the agricultural business about 12 years ago. We have a milking machine service engineering business, and we started the shop as an addition to that.
Well, good for you. I think it's great. I mean, you need this in local villages, don't you? Because what would you do if they weren't here? So what we're going to do is go inside and have a look around and see what Mary has to offer. There's loads of things in there because I've just had a quick preview, so we'll see you inside. After you, Mary.
Thank you.
Well, Mary, you seem to sell everything in this enormous country store. It's incredible, isn't it?
A very wide variety, mainly geared to winter and warm clothing.
Yeah.
Definitely.
But it's a farming area, so I presume you do a lot of farmers and all that sort of stuff?
Yes, we have a lot of farmers come in, but we found recently that people who live on the outskirts of a lot of towns, they all have animals, dogs, cats, but particularly dogs that need to be walked, and they want warm clothing and something that will keep them dry. Sure. Genuinely dry.
Yes, that's right. And this time of the year, obviously, you've got the snow on the ground. We've just been looking at the snow, and you've got all these waterproofs and...
Yes, waxwear is again suitable for walking dogs because it is 100% waterproof. It's warm, and
so you've got body warmers.
Yes, body warmers, track suits, a lot of body warmers, which is not a thing that you can normally see in city centre areas. It's not a thing that is normally of interest. We do an awful lot of body warmers.
Yeah, these are nice, aren't they? Yeah. I can just see our camera crew. And these look very smart.
Yes, right. A lot of people who ride. We've got riding coats, jodhpurs, wax trousers, wax leggings, wax hats, wax caps, everything to keep you warm.
So whose idea was it to do this? Because obviously it's quite an undertaking to do this in a country village, isn't it?
It is. Originally I started the idea, but it was much more of a hardware store and farm implements, that type of thing when we started. And we found that initially sort of people coming in wanting rubber boots, because it's hard to get rubber boots in a centre city store. And that sort of started and progressed from there. As people asked for various things, I sourced them out and looked for them. A lot of the stuff is very bulky, and that's why in a small city centre area you haven't got the space to...
There's some really nice country shirts over here. Steve, look at these over here. These are great. And checks. These look very Canadian to me, but they're very good, aren't they?
They're warm. Again, they're warm, very popular. The Tattersall shirt, which has been around, an English shirt, has been around for years and years. It's worn for people who shoot, for people who hunt, for fishing, everything. Every type of country sport is very popular. It's also warm and hard wearing.
I'm talking about Tattersalls. You've got the very famous trainer here, Richard Hannon, just up the road in Collingbourne.
Indeed, yes.
Right, yes.
We have indeed.
I believe he's a good customer of yours.
He is indeed, yes. We see him regularly, and his lads.
That's right.
Yes, all his jockeys. A large percentage of them are Irish, so
of course, that's right.
We get
so
on
they're all
very
wearing
well.
your gear. That's right. It's wonderful. Yes. So what else have you got? You've got wellies, riding boots.
We do a lot of industrial clothing as well. The reflective jackets, trousers.
Well, they're very good,
they're
aren't they?
padded, so they're warm. A lot of the reflective wear is not. It's just you wear over it. But that combines. Well, you need it in the country areas too, where there's no lighting on the roads in the evening time. And people use it a lot on horses too, to make themselves a lot safer. Or again, walking dogs.
It's a very good idea actually this time of year, isn't it? I mean, when it's pitch black out in the country.
You need to have something that you can be seen. Using. The industrial side as well covers we keep a large variety of overalls of all types and kinds. The most popular one obviously at the moment is the padded one.
The padded one. This is really good, isn't it? This is really good. Looks like a motor racing team. Almost.
It's as you have quilting in a jacket. It has quilting right down to the legs at the bottom and the sleeves, and they're not all that bulky, but difficult to dry, but not very bulky and not uncomfortable to wear. We put our own lads in them in first, our own engineers, to try them out, and since then we've been selling quite a lot of them, particularly in this weather. They're very comfortable.
Tell me about village life. Do you actually live in Collingbourne yourself?
We live, yes. We live just up the road. We've lived here for 12 years and thoroughly enjoy it. It's a very pleasant village to live in.
It is nice, isn't it? There's a good community spirit here.
Yes, very, very pleasant, very helpful people, and they come and support us. All the villagers support us very well.
It's actually beautiful countryside around here too, isn't there? I mean, it's quite staggering. We've just been looking down on Collingbourne from on high, and it's really beautiful in the snow.
It is, yes, it is. We haven't had snow for a long time, but it is nice.
Well, it help your sales, won't it, of course? Help your sales. Right, on we go. You've got... you can sell boot polish, that's very good.
Wellington boots of all types and kinds, from the most expensive down to the very basic Wellington boot. We're lucky in that we have an agricultural outlet which enables us to buy very good quality Wellingtons at a very good price.
This almost reminds me of one of those American shops, in the middle of the Arizona desert where you're driving through and you suddenly see this store in the middle of nowhere and they sell everything, which is brilliant.
Yeah, it's a shop actually that appeals a lot more to men than to women. Yeah. Men thoroughly enjoy it because they can come and browse around and poke around. They don't have to be particularly well dressed. It doesn't matter. We've only got basic floor, so you can come in your Wellington boots and your overalls.
You don't sell cowboy hats, do you? No,
no, we don't. And they also like tools, obviously. Yeah. Most men, it draws their first attraction.
You've got an incredible selection of those as well.
Tools, yeah.
A welding helmet, is that over there?
Yes, we do. We keep a full stock of welding gear because we're agents for BOC, the gas
hard hats
agents. Yeah. Yes, all type of building wear.
And more check shirts. You've obviously got a big thing about check shirts.
These are the padded shirts. Which
are these padded ones?
They are padded, yes. A lot of people wear them like a jacket.
Oh, right.
Instead of a jacket at times, because they're easy to work, to work in. Okay. Another thing we specialise in too, if you look around and see, and that is we specialise in extra large, and even large. Treble XL and 4XL.
There's some big guys around here, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a lot of very big, very tall chaps, and the 4XL. And again, if you're wearing heavy winter wear, you need sort of double XL and treble XL to go over that. Really? And we have a lot of people who come from a long way away. We specialise in that. Really? We go up to size 50-inch chest, 54-inch chest, 50-inch waist in trousers.
Good heavens.
And we go up to size 13 and 14 in boots and shoes.
Well, Tony Murray, there's hope for you yet, look. No, these are really, really good, aren't they?
They're nice.
So obviously a lot of big eaters in this area, which is good. Yeah. So what else have we got? You got Christmas cards?
Yes, just general Christmas pieces. And this is my specialist area that I've spent a lot of time on. That is moleskin.
It's becoming quite trendy, isn't it?
It is actually, yes. It used to be just very much a thing for shooting, but now most people wear it. Ladies moleskins, moleskin jeans, moleskin shirts, moleskin.
Let's just hold one of these up to the camera so our viewers can have a look.
The shooting breeks.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Size 44.
Yes.
They look big to me, don't they?
They start at sort of 30
and
go up to 44, 46. And the same thing, the shirts go up to treble XL.
Yeah.
I think that one there is. Yes, treble XL. And moleskin waistcoats.
That's very nice, isn't it?
Yeah, reversible waistcoats. There again are very popular. And now the people who make moleskins have introduced them in a jean, which appeals much more to the younger men. A lot of them don't like the older style of trousers, but they like the jeans. And I'm not exactly sure, they're made to the style of a Levi.
They're really nice, aren't they? Yeah.
They are nice.
Quite nice and very good indeed.
A lot of the younger lads like them.
Okay.
They're hard wearing.
Well, this is amazing. I say you've got everything in this shop. We could go on and on and on and on for hours. But what we're going to do, we're going to let Steve rove around with the camera and film all these bits and pieces. And I'd just like to thank you very much for inviting us over here. It's great to see the community spirit alive and well in Collingbourne Juices.
Yes.
And you're doing a great service, I think, too.
Oh, we enjoy it. We thoroughly enjoy the shop. It makes working here in the office during the daytime, it makes very enjoyable when you see lots of people coming in and out. We have our ordinary work to do, and serving people when they're here. It's nice.
Great. Well, I think you're doing a fantastic job, and I think all the viewers should come over to Collingbourne and pay you a visit because it's so interesting. It really is. And I say the community spirit's alive and well in Collingbourne Juices. So thanks very much for talking to us, Mary.
Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.
Look at this, Steve. Hundreds and hundreds of things. Welcome back to the studio. It's been a great time rushing around Wessex and all those sort of places, hasn't it, Tony?
I just got back.
Just got back. Where have you been?
I've been out and about.
You've been out and about. We had a massive response to the competition for the £130 rocking chair. I mean, the biggest one we've ever had. It's incredible, wasn't it?
Oh, that's great. Excellent.
Thank you so much for all you people who faxed in, phoned in, and the phone lines were red hot. Which is great, really, for just the Wessex area, isn't it?
Well, it's nice to know that many people are watching us, and it gives us a bit of comfort to know we're not doing it for nothing.
Incidentally, if you wanted to send a Christmas card to Town TV, care of Comtel, up in the Wayhill Road in Andover, if you do so, if we like your message, the favourite message to the Town TV presenters,
yes,
it could be all sorts,
or cameramen,
or the cameraman, or whoever, or to Town TV in general. The favourite message in your Christmas card, if you address it to Comtel, will win a £20 Marks and Spencer voucher.
There you go.
So that's good, isn't it? We want loads of Christmas cards. Send them to Town TV, care of Comtel. Right, and thank you to Comtel, Ken and Gay and Paul and all those people out there who are working really hard on behalf of Town TV. Thank you very much. And right, the answers to the competition were: who was that old rocker in the rocking chair?
The old rocker was Val Doonican.
Was Val Doonican
countryman?
A countryman, not an old rocker at all, really, but that was Val Doonican.
Yep.
And of course, who was the furniture designer? And all those boys who jump around on the stage with nothing on.
Look a bit like us.
Well, a bit like you. Well, no, perhaps not. The Chippendales.
Yes.
So if you had Val Doonican and Chippendales, you were dead right. And what we're going to do now is find the golden bucket.
It's heavy.
I'm going to plunge my hand into it, and somebody is going to be the winner of this wonderful World of Pine £130 rocking chair. Now, there's one coming out, and who's this going to be? It's a Salisbury number, I can tell you that now. And it's Carol Yates.
Yes,
Carol Yates from Salisbury, you've won a £130 rocking chair from World of Pine in Salisbury. And thank you to World of Pine. And well done, Carol. Thanks for calling in. That was really good, wasn't it? Right. What's this week? What have we got this week? Oh, don't forget, on New Year's Eve, at the Folly Inn in Andover, we're going to have a big Town TV Christmas party. Still crazy, our rock and roll band will be there, won't we?
Yes, we will indeed. Looking forward to
playing
that.
away. So
we haven't played for a while yet.
No, we haven't. No, but we'll crank up the old guitars, and it's going to be a great party. Lots of freebies, a few celebrities there. Be giving away T-shirts and mugs and all sorts of things, won't we?
Yes.
That's going to be great. That's going to be really good. New Year's Eve, the Folly in Andover. Talking about the Folly. We're just going up to judge the Billy Bear competition. All those drawings that came in. Thank you very much, children. And we'll let you know the result next week of that one. And now for this week's competition.
There's an awful lot of rocking going on these days, isn't there?
All over the world.
Well, yes. Well, we had this rocking chair. Now, what have we got this week?
A rocking horse.
Fabulous rocking horse.
This is fabulous. I think I've got a shot of it somewhere, which I'll try and get Jason to put up. But it's a rocking horse, value £100. It's a beautiful, from the Andover Garden Centre. So it's ready for children up to 12, but it's such a good-looking piece of furniture. You can actually put it in your house because it's really amazing. So from rocking chairs to rocking horses. And talking about old rockers...
Look, I'm going. I'm out of here.
Talking about old rockers, Tone.
Yes. Right.
Hey, your photograph was in the Time Off in Andover, wasn't it? What was it doing in there? Was it wanted?
I don't know. It could have been. There was something about getting a colour felt or something. I don't know.
Still crazy, it said.
Yeah, still crazy.
Well done, Tony. Right, here's the first question for the wonderful rocking horse competition of value £100. Name the famous English rock group who opened at Live Aid with rocking all over the world. And the last word rhymes with snow. It's two words, and the last word rhymes with snow. Rocking all
you don't know,
over the
Stephen?
world.
No,
Stephen doesn't. It's not Frank Zappa either, Steve, because that doesn't rhyme with snow. Right.
Frank Zappa fan, isn't it?
Yes. So, that's the first question. The second question is, this is quite easy. The Italian stallion, name the star of the Rocky films. I think it was about 5 of them, wasn't there? 1, 2, 3, 4, I don't know.
Yes.
The Italian stallion, name him. We want to know his name. Name the star of the Rocky films. So it's 2 questions. Name the famous English rock group, it's very cold out here, who opened at Live Aid with rocking all over the world. 2 words, the last word rhymes with snow. And name the star of the Rocky films. And his nickname was? The Italian stallion. You
Was
weren't
it?
listening, were you?
Oh,
No,
no.
you weren't listening.
I was just miles away there.
He was
I
miles away.
I was trying to get the first question.
You want to win this rocking horse, don't you?
I do. It's a lovely rock.
So just 2 questions. Ring us now on Andover 390
390
or Salisbury 555
222.
You see, you remembered it this week.
Oh, good this week. It's on the ball.
On the ball. Hope you enjoyed our trip around the whole of the Wessex area with all those Christmas trees. What's that cat doing over there?
Yeah, we haven't seen him for it.
There's a studio cat. The sun's come out. The studio cat's come out to see us. His name's Spot.
He barks as well.
And the other thing is, ring in and let us know where your Christmas tree is. We want to see your Christmas tree. And we're going to come around and film it for Town TV. No matter where you are, Romsey, Salisbury, Luggershore, Amesbury, Andover, we'll come and film your Christmas tree if you ring in and tell us where it is. And if it's the best one of all, you're going to win a huge turkey from Alan Gardner in Luggershore.
Yeah.
The famous Alan Gardner in Luggershore. So there you are. Anything else to say, Tony?
No, that's about it for this week, isn't it? It's been a busy week again.
Yeah.
And it's getting closer to Christmas, so it's getting busier and busier. So we're out all the time. We're out and about. You'll probably see us. If you see the crew out, or any of us out there, say hi. It's nice to meet you people.
And give us a mince pie. What, Steve? Oh, Steve said Steve's been working away all week doing the graphic channel. And you'll see after this show, just keep watching, because what's going to be happening is we've got this graphic channel coming up and running, and you can advertise on there quite cheaply. Don't want to talk about advertising because it's Christmas, but if you watch it, you'll get the idea of what we mean. So thanks for watching the show. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you, Jason. Thank you, Chrissy. Thanks to everybody.
Yeah.
And have a great Christmas. But there's another show to come up yet, isn't there, before Christmas?
That was another 2, isn't it?
Another 2, maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not sure, but anyway.
But we'll be out and about, so say hello.
Yeah, say hello, give us a mince pie and a tot of something. So have a great time. Bye for now.
See you.
Bye.
I'm driving home for Christmas. Oh, I can't wait to see those faces. I'm driving home for Christmas.